Mom, movie's yelling at me. Okay, do the thing. Loud noises! Hey everybody, it's the Angry Grant Show, everybody. I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. Grant, the movie and TV guy. We're here to talk about a movie, movies and TV, so we do here. Fine, we'll do this. Migration is directed by... directed this movie. Artificial Intelligence. Mr. Illuminate... No. Migration is directed by Benjamin Renner and Gilo Homsey. Okay. It's also written by Mike White, who should know better. Oh, sorry. Mike White, the writer of such wonderful things as The Good Girl, Chuck and Buck, School of Rock, Nacho Libre, The White Lotus. Like, what the fuck is he doing writing this? Mike White, if you're watching this, and I know you're probably not, come on, bro. You're better than this. Why? If you were to tell me that there was an animated movie directed by the guy who did Ernest and Celestine, written by Mike White, and featuring the vocal talents of Kumail Nanjiani, Elizabeth Banks, Danny DeVito, and Awkwafina, I would be first in line. This is terrible. Okay. What's the movie about? Well, these annoying ass ducks want to go to Jamaica. But Dad Duck, played by Kumail Nanjiani, is fucking Marlin. Marlin from fucking Finding Nemo, but not a good character, but not three-dimensional. And his introduction is traumatizing his children. He's an unlikable character. He doesn't want to go to Jamaica. His obnoxious-ass kids and his obnoxious-ass wife want to go to Jamaica. They migrate. Along with their curmudgeonly Uncle Dan, who's the closest thing this movie has to a decent character. And they get into shenanigans, trying to get to Jamaica. And it's 82 minutes that feels like 82 years. I hated this movie. Fuck the plot. Look. I don't even have the energy to get mad about this movie. This movie, I feel like people hated me for giving bad reviews. They're going to hate me for this too. Giving bad reviews to Elemental and Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget. But you know what? Which is very much like Migration. You know what these three movies have in common? They're made by animation studios who have done better in the past, can do better, and don't care. So they allow their animation to feel like it could be done by anybody. This isn't a movie. This is a virtual babysitter. There's nothing in this movie that could engage anyone over the embryo to 4. There's nothing over that age that could ever appeal to anybody. It's not funny. It's irritating. It's one of those kinds of animated kids movies where when the jokes don't land, and they don't, is what they do. It's just screaming. That's all it is. It's like the key running joke that they run into the ground in this movie is the obnoxious, the younger, even more obnoxious, supposedly cute girl duck, baby girl duck, who is irritating and whiny and just is not, as a non-entity, they go, please, for a solid minute. That's like the running joke. And they go, and it's just, it's like sticking a thumbtack in your ear. It's painful. This movie irritated the hell out of me. It wasn't funny. It was shrill and obnoxious and boring. This movie is 82 minutes. If you take out the credits, it's more like 74 minutes. It feels like it goes on forever. Because it just keeps hammering in you. Awkwafina isn't funny in this. Awkwafina's always funny. Most of these actors are funny. The closest thing I had to any kind of joy in this movie was Danny DeVito, who doesn't have nearly enough lines as Uncle Dan. In fact, the funniest line, and it's also in the trailer, but it's the funniest. It's actually kind of funny in the context of the movie. Is "We're not going to make it, are we, Uncle Dan?" That was kind of funny, but that was like, it was just kind of like, okay. And the closest I could see this to being a Mike White movie was there's one section of the movie where they go to what looks almost like a commune, like a hippy-dippy, kind of like, actually like a Duck White Lotus, to be quite frank. And then it turns out, oh, it's a duck farm. They're selling them to the evil chef. Like, that's kind of funny as an idea. They don't do anything with it, but as an idea, it's like that's the Chuck and Buck element coming in to the movie. It's not enough. I just hated this movie. I hated it. People are going to say, like, oh, it's a kid's movie, but fuck that. All right? I'm sorry. Yeah, if this is not for children, if you're children, piss off. This is one of those movies where it's like, if you take your kids to this movie over Wonka or The Boy and the Heron or the better kids movies this year, which there haven't been a lot of them, but there have been a few, I question your choices. Like, really, like, I just, and you guess who liked it? That's right, Ponto liked it. Well, guess what, Luke, I'm sorry, but you know what? Maybe if I was 6 years old, this movie would make me laugh. But quite frankly, I'm 30 years old, and I don't like movies anymore that just scream at you. It has to be funny. There has to be... You can be cartoony, and there's a perfect example of, within this presentation of this movie, that is proof of that. We'll get there. You can make hyperactivity, cartoony energy funny. It can happen. It's possible. Not this movie. And yeah, I give migration. You could argue I wanted to migrate out of the theater. I'll be here all week. Yeah. Middle finger of kindness. 0 stars. I hated this movie with a passion. It drove me crazy. It's really bad, y'all. It's really bad. I'm sorry. Anyway, 0 stars, middle finger of kindness for migration. It's terrible. Don't bother. Now we begin a not often enough used segment, which I like to call To Make a Long Story Short. And this is the best part of the movie. The movie, like I mentioned, is only 82 minutes. Well, we can't have that in movie theaters because it's far too short. What to do? Well, to get the movie to 90 minutes, there's a 10-minute short at the beginning of the film called Moon. It is a short that is a sequel short to Despicable Me. It is about Vector, voiced, I believe, again by Jason Segel, trapped on the moon after the events of the first movie, along with the minion that floated up there and is going through various Wile E. Coyote-esque shenanigans trying to launch himself back to Earth. That was funny. That was actually funny. That's how you do this kind of thing and make it actually funny. The gags in that little 9-10 minute thing were funny. The payoff was funny. Everything about that was funny. That's a 5-star short in front of a 0-star movie. It's like the Up cartoon in front of Elemental. It's the same kind of thing. If you make your already bad movie look worse by having that in front of it and it being so much better. Yeah, I hated this movie. So, anyway, moving on. Trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash and call it a night. Trailer trash. Ordinary Angels, talked about it, looks okay, I guess. The Garfield movie, talked about it, looks good. If, talked about it, looks good. It's Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, though. Kung Fu Panda 4, talked about it, looks good. Inside Out 2, the 3D trailer, because I saw this movie in 3D. 3D was fine. Talked about it, looks good. The Pixar films that are coming back to theaters, Soul, Turning Red, and Luca. Look, I'm all for it. All three of those are good. So I'm all for it. And was there shawarma? Yeah, there were some little animations at the end. During the beginning of the credits. Nothing after, though. That's it. Yeah. Tomorrow's Poor Things. Sunday's Rebel Moon. Tuesday is The Color Purple. Next Sunday is Time Bomb Y2K. Yeah. That's it. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love Outclass Smith. Love you 3000. Be kind to one another. Like, subscribe, follow, do all the things. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. I want to know down below. What did you think of Migration? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Do you think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we're all raised on popcorn. Big Mound extra butter. And I'll catch you guys next time. And you guys can do better for family movie night. Trust me. Take care. Bye.